Since the introduction of the men's shed movement in 2005, over 80,000 men around the country have become members of their local shed, engaging in both personal and community-based projects and subsequently creating a broader positive wellbeing program.
I like coming here, I like the friendships here, I like achieving something.
The Fremantle Men's Shed was the first of 140 sheds to open in Western Australia under the leadership of Bill Johnston and Alan Gowland.
There's a couple of programs. There's the actual program of making stuff like men do in their sheds, and then there's another program which is the social side of it. And on top of that there's an extra program which is the Wellbeing sort of program, which is not a design program of course, but it's just what happens when people get together and they talk about issues, because men don't talk a lot about issues historically, but a shed seems to be a place where men do happily and sort of comfortably sort of talk about things.
These words have rung true, with Subiaco's Men's Shed president John Holbrook believing that the sheds provide men with an avenue for social engagement, opening themselves up to discussions about both their physical and mental health.
We do talk about well-being, and somebody recently had a prostrate scare, and so at morning tea we talked about that.
The sheds have also become well known for participating in a range of community-based projects for local schools, hospitals and other community organisations within their area.
Behind us is a container. That's actually going to be a bike parking station. So when you go in the middle of Fremantle, where the Fremantle markets are, just up in there, if you're on a bike, you can park your bike in this particularly unique structure, you know, and it's we're the place that people come to when they want a problem like that solved.
On October 14th, the annual Western Australian Men's Shed Association conference was held, with men travelling from all parts of the state to attend. The conference was opened by the Governor of Western Australia and patron of the association, Malcolm McCusker.
The association does, of course, as you all know, meet a very important community need, and that's demonstrated by the fact that the Men's Shed organisation has spread very rapidly and widely throughout Australia after the last couple of decades.
With the phenomenon now rapidly spreading internationally into Ireland, Scotland, England and Greece, it's important to remember its humble Australian beginnings.
Sort of a legacy Bill and I are very proud of to just leave behind, because before Billy had the idea we didn't have a men's shed, and we were the first, and we put 10 years in, and it's like you leave the town healthier and wealthier than when we came to Fremantle. And you feel everywhere you go, if you can just leave it better than when you found it, you leave something for the future. You can exit and think, well, I've left my mark on the town and the Men's Shed organisation.
Eleanor Cheney, Notre Dame News.